Hi everyone, welcome to the second session of Python operators where we will learn about the unary, logical, identity and membership operators. So before starting, please note you can reach out to me at technological@gmail.com and the link for my GitHub account is mentioned below. Now starting with the unary operator, unary means single, so unary will come into picture where we are dealing with only one variable and we can have the unary positive and the negative variable. Suppose we have a variable, we can say it as 5. So the moment we assign the value 5 here, this is a unary positive. Okay. Now if we say a is equals to -5, okay, and we execute this, the negative value will be assigned to a. Okay, we can also say as a, suppose we say a is equals to 5 and we say a is equals to -a. In this case, the value -5 will be assigned to a. Unary can have two values, plus and minus, and we can assign in this fashion. Coming to the next operator is the logical OR operator. Okay, logical OR and logical and NOT operator. So how it will work for logical OR operator? If either of the one is 1, the output will be 1. So if you see here, 1 and 1 is 1, 1 0 is 1, 0 1 is 1, and 0 0 is 1. And not what will do, it will negate the output. If it is 1, not of a or b will become 0. Again, this will also become 0, 1 will become 0, and 0 become 1s. And similar is the case with logical AND. For AND, when both the operators, when both the variables are 1, then only my output will be 1. So if we have 1 and 1, then it is 1, and in the rest of the case it will be 0. And what NOT of a and b will do, it will negate whatever is the output. If 1 is the output, it will become 0, and in case of 0 it becomes 1. How do I execute this in Python? Suppose we say we have value a is equals to 5, okay, and we will print a is less than 10 or a is greater than 20. A is less than 10. Okay, starting with the logical OR condition, what we have different values of a, and we are testing the different scenarios. In the very first scenario, we see both the conditions will satisfy, because a is 5, a will be less than 10, and again a will be less than 20 also. So this will print. So this is the case of, if you see, both the condition will be here, it will be 1 or 1 or 1 will give me 1. Okay, so if I print this value, if I execute this here, my output will be true. Now in the next case, if I execute these two value, okay, here if you see the very first condition, a is equal to 5, right? So a is less than 10, correct? Or a is greater than 20, no, 0. So this value will return me 0, whereas this value will return me 1. If I execute these two values here, these two lines of code, the output should be true. So which implies this will be 1. Now here in case a is 25, okay. Now here a is less than 25, no, false, or a is greater. So here it will be 0 or 1. So which implies 1, right? So if we execute this two line, the output will be true, correct? Now here if a is 15, right? So a is less than 10, false, and a is less than, so in this case both the condition will be false. 0 or 0, which will generally imply 0 or 0, which will generally imply 0. Okay, so if we execute this two line, the output will be how much? Will be false. Okay, so now if we take a NOT of the same conditions, okay, we will just take, here it is. Okay, now what we will do, we'll apply the same thing, whatever we have applied in this above AND case, OR case, we will apply the NOT on those OR outputs. Okay, so if we apply NOT on these, okay, like now you see a is less than 10 or a is less than 20. In this case, the output is 1. The NOT of 1 will be 0. So it will definitely will be 0. The output will be, so the output should come as false. If you execute this, the output will come as false, because if you execute this part, the output of this is true, the NOT of true is false. Okay, now similarly if you give here NOT, here if you give NOT and if you try to print, again it will show as false. Okay, now this will also show false. I'll execute for this one, NOT. Okay, now the value of this a is less than 10, or this is false, right? This is already false. Okay, now here a is 15. Okay, A is 15, and now if we execute this two line, this is false. If we execute this, not of false will be how much? Will be true. So that's how OR and OR will work and not will also work. Like it will negate whatever is the output. Similarly, we can try it for AND condition. AND condition I'll not show. I'll just show one or two condition, and rest is up to you. You can practice it. Okay. For AND, you have to give AND. Okay, now if you see here, the value 1 or 1 is 1, so definitely it will print as 1, true. Now here it will be false because 1 or 0 is 0, and here 0 or 1 is 0, and here both the cases are 0, right? 0 or 0, because if you see here, A is 15 less than 10 false, and 15 greater than 20 false, so in this case also will be 0. So if you execute this, if you execute all the 4 lines, you will get true, false, 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 right? Now if you apply the negation on this, you will get false, true, 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 and that is what my logical AND table, truth table shows. The normally we'll get 1 0 0, and after that if you apply the not on that, we'll get 0 1 1 1. If you apply here, simply if you apply here not, it's false, and the rest everything will be true. You apply here not, execute this, so it will be true. Similarly, rest other two will also be true. So that's how the logical function will work. So we have covered we have already covered our logical as well as the unary operator. Now let's touch the identity operator first. Identity operator says that it will return true if both the variables are the same object, and it will return false if both the variables are not the same object. It means, like, suppose we have an object A is equals to Kolkata, Mumbai and Bangalore, suppose, and we have B is equals to orange and strawberry. So what we do now, we'll say C is equals to A. Okay, and we'll execute these 3 lines. Now what we do, if we print C is A, what it will, because C is pointing to the object A, right? So it will give true. Now if we say, even if we say C is C, that also will give you true. But if we say C is B, B and C is pointing to which object? It is pointing to a list A, and B is pointing to the different list, right? So this will give false. Okay, so this is how identity operator works. Sometime it will be like, if we print A equals to B, okay, here it will give false. Now if we print A equals to C, it will true, because that's the same object. So this is how we understood what is the identity operator. Let's work on the membership operator. Now membership operator returns true if a sequence within a specified value is present in the object, and it returns false if it is not present. Suppose we have whether it's a list. Suppose we have list, tuple or a dictionary, and we will show the example with this how the membership operator will work. Okay, so suppose we have an object A which is nothing but a list, and we have orange, strawberry and mango. So A is our list with the values orange, strawberry and mango. Now if we print here orange in A, it will give true because orange is present in this list A. Now if we print here mango in A, it will give false because it is case sensitive. Instead, if we give mango capital, mango is there. Now what if I'll give some other fruit, banana in A? This will give false because the banana is not present in this list. Now what if I'll create a tuple, okay? Suppose y is equals to 1 4, okay? And then we will see how it behaves. Print 1 in y, and similarly we will print 6 in y. So the value 1 is present in y, so it throws true, but value 6 is not present, so it gave us false. Now how it will behave when we have a dictionary, okay? So we'll create a dictionary 1 suppose is equals to key value, so I'll give 1 and value is any name or something, pen, comma 2 is rubber. Okay, now if we execute this, okay, our dictionary is created. If you want to give the type dype, okay, dictionary is a type. If I say print 1 in, so the first it will give me true and the second equation or the print statement will give me. This is how the membership operator works. But sometimes also there is something called not in. Okay, so that will give us true. So in this case, when we gave like here in case of the fruit, okay, the fruit list, when we print this, okay, it gave us false, right? If we give instead of that not in, okay, if we print here not in, this will give true because that is not present. Similarly, if we give this not in, it will give true, okay, otherwise it was giving us false. Okay, and if we give here, if we execute this, this will give also true. This is how the membership operator works. So in this session we have covered unary operator, identity operator, logical operator, and the membership operator. So thanks a lot for watching the session. If you feel this video is helpful, please press the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video, which is related to the bitwise operator. So see you in my next video. Thank you.